Hello animations, we're going to create this in Blender. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel. Press Shift A, add in a cube. On the mesh option, let's select cube. In edit mode, press 3 to go to the face mode. Select these two faces. Press X to delete faces. Let's select this face right here. Press number 3 to go to the side view. Enable this extreme mode. Using the move tool, let's move this in the y-axis. Let's rotate this slightly a little bit. So this is to make it look slanty. Let's disable this extreme mode. Select everything. Let's left click to subdivide this once. So if you notice, you will see that these two edges right here, they are not in the same line with this one. So we're going to select them, enable this extreme mode, and let's select everything, and let's move this down in the z-axis. Let's select this one and let's move this down in the z-axis. In face mode, select these two faces. Press number 3 to go to the side view. Using the move tool, let's bring this down in the z-axis. Let's press 2 to go to the edge mode, and let's select these two edges and let's move them back a little bit. We're going to select these two edges and let's bring them down just a little bit. In object mode, press Ctrl 2 to add subdivision surface modifier. Right click to share this mode. Then let's go to our modifiers tab and add in a solidify modifier. So let's increase the thickness to 0.10. So next, we're going to apply these modifiers. Press tab to enter edit mode. Let's press Ctrl R to add in a loop cut around here. Let's go to our mesh menu right here. On this transform, let's select this shrink or flatten, and let's move this out just a little bit. So once you have done that, you're going to select these faces. Then let's select these ones as well. We're going to bevel this. Let's press Ctrl B to bevel this to 3 segments. So let's change this back to face select. Let's tab out of edit mode. In object mode, let's press Ctrl 2 to add in subdivision surface. Let's increase the viewport level to 3 and let's apply this subdivision surface. So let's tab into edit mode again, and then let's press Ctrl minus to make this look smaller. We can also make this look bigger by pressing Ctrl plus to make this look bigger, or you can press Ctrl minus to make this look smaller. We're going to go to our sculpting workspace. Go to this face sets menu and select this face set from edit mode section. You're going to see the faces that we selected in edit mode. So when you place your cursor or your brush at the center of these selected faces and press Ctrl W, you will notice that it makes it appear bigger. You can make it appear smaller by clicking on this empty space right here. So when you place it right here in between at this empty space that doesn't have any selected face, when you press Ctrl W, you notice that it makes it appear smaller. So you can also manually do this on this edit face sets right here. So once it's selected, you can do this manually by clicking on this selected face to make it appear bigger, or you can click on this empty space to make it appear smaller. We're going to select this float filter right here, and we're going to change this from gravity to inflate. Make sure this use face set is enabled. We're going to place our cursor or our brush right here at the center of this selected face. Let's move this a little bit to the left, and then let's click on this empty space. Let's move this to the right to inflate. We can also select this one and move it a little bit to the left. So I'm going to search for a smooth brush right here. I'm going to select it, and I'm going to enable this x-axis to be able to work on both sides. Then let's smoothen this. You can press F to increase your brush. Then let's smoothen this. So you can take your time to do this to get your desired results. So next, once you are done, we're going to go back to object mode and let's go back to our layout workspace. So I'm going to be adding in a smooth modifier. So let's go to our modifiers tab and let's search for smooth. Now we're going to select it and we're going to increase this repeat. So if you're okay with your results from sculpting workspace, you can leave this. But if you still want to smoothen this out, then you can use the smooth modifier. So the next thing we're going to do right now is to add a stand to this. So I'm going to move this up in the Z axis. Then let's press H to hide this for now. Next, let's add in a cylinder. Press Shift A on the mesh option. Let's select this cylinder. Let's select this face and let's move this down. Let's view this from the top view. Press I to insert a face. So next, we're going to be extruding this in the Z axis. Let's press E and Z to extrude this in the Z axis. Let's press E and X to extrude and scale. Let's press E and Z to extrude this in the Z axis. Let's scroll down and let's select these edges and let's press Ctrl B to bevel this to 3 segments. Then let's do the same right here. Let's select and let's press Ctrl B to bevel this to 3 segments. And let's bevel this again. Let's give these 3 segments. We're going to press I to insert faces. Then press M to match this at the center. So once you have done this, you're going to be adding another loop cut right here and move it up. Press G twice to move this up. Let's press Ctrl R again to add in another loop cut. Let's press Ctrl 2 to add in subdivision surface modifier. Then let's shade this smooth. So I don't really like this. It's so flat. Tab into edit mode. Let's disable this subdivision surface for now. So we're going to select this. So we're going to select these vertices. We're going to pull this up in the Z axis. And let's enable this subdivision surface. Okay, I think this is much better. So let's press Alt H to bring back our chair. So let's move this up in the Z axis. So the next thing we're going to do is to give this a material. So let's switch to material previews. So we're going to be giving this a very simple material. Let's go to our materials tab and let's click on new. Give it any of your desired color. So let's select this one and let's give it a material as well. Increase the metallic to 1 and then let's reduce the roughness. Next, we're going to change the color to black or you can give it any color of your choice. This is what we have and this is looking very good. So you can play around with the colors. You can also add noise texture and bumps to this to make this look realistic. So guys, thanks for watching and I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe.